right, here we have the EC225 LP Super Puma engine lubrication and cooling system. All quantities for this aircraft are located in chapter 7.1, starting on page 7, as we can see right here. This engine holds 7.6 liters. It operates from 1.6 to 6 bar and has a max temperature of 120 degrees Celsius. It's basically one pump, but there's 5 stages on the pump. So there's 4 sump stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 1 pressure stage. So the pressure stage comes up and it goes through the various areas of the engine that they've determined are necessary to lubricate and cool. And then of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas, 4 of which are sump pumps that pump the system or pump it back through the reservoir. Not a tremendous amount. There is a heat exchanger, number 2 up there, right here. Some aircraft call that a liquid to liquid cooler. So what that does is it takes the engine oil and it doesn't touch the fuel for the engine, but it has a heat exchange. So the heat from the engine oil is transferred into the fluid or the fuel and increases the temperature of the fuel to maximize its efficiency for burning that fuel. All right. The warning light comes on when the oil pressure drops below 1.6 bars. So overhead, up by the fuel levers, there's a light on each side near the fuel levers, but it's not on the fuel levers. And the acronym we use is OFF, O-F-F. That light will illuminate, and every time that we start the helicopter, we test the fire monitoring system. And that's one of the 7 lights that come on for the engine fires. So O for that light, we're talking about OFF. O is oil pressure. One of the F's is fire, and the other F is FADEC. So if there's an issue with the FADEC, and as we can see right here, we have the oil pressure. This talks about that right here. So we get an oil pressure on it's called the 10 Whiskey, the master caution panel, or caution advisory panel. And then we also get the red light on the overhead console up there. All right, that is the EC225 oil and lubrication